Welcome back to another epic episode of Mac Music Review. In this episode, we're going to be looking at the album The Big Day by Chance the Rapper, his debut album, which I think is a ridiculous statement because I think Acid Rap and Coloring Book are both album quality and album length. I would call them albums, but he doesn't call them albums. Apparently, The Big Day is what he decided to name his debut album. He said, "Oh, this is an actual album." The other two were mixtapes, according to him. I mean, whatever. But Anthony Fantano gave this album a 0, which he has given barely any zeros. Apparently, a 0 is not. He's given out many not goods on his channel, and apparently, a 0 is like better than a not good. Like it's less bad than a not good. Like an album that is a 0 is a better album than an album that is a not good. But he still absolutely despised this album. He said there wasn't a single good song on it. And we're just going to go through the track list and see if he's right. The first track on this album is All Day Long. And you know, this is a good intro to the problems and what's wrong with this 22 track long album, 19 full-length songs, and 3 skits. This track is overly sweet and sentimental to the point where it's kind of sickening. Like, I enjoyed this the first few times I heard it, and then, like, afterwards, I was just kind of, like, skipping it, like, man, it's just so upbeat and happy, and you're just, it's so, it makes your ears kind of be like, it feels kind of bad. And then there's a song, Do You Remember, which is amazing. This is a extremely nostalgic track, fantastic guest feature for the band Death Cab for Cutie, one of my all-time favorite bands, or actually on the song, really weird collab for an alternative band to collab with a rapper, like kind of a mainstream, popular, successful, Grammy Award-winning rapper, and it worked out great. They absolutely kill the chorus. The song has this magical electronic sparkle to it, and it's just a really, really fantastic song. Eternal is a bashing of your side chicks. It's about your side chicks and your side hoes and all that kind of stuff. It's about, you know, staying faithful. Let's go. It's a little bit preachy, but a good tune. Not a bad song. Definitely not a bad song. And then you have Hot Shower. Hot Shower is amazing. This is an amazing song. It's extremely cringe. It's extremely stupid. It's such a dumb song. It's got DaBaby on it. It's got some other rapper on it. It's such... The bars on this song are just over-the-top ridiculous and super funny without it trying to, like, be that way on purpose. With, like, especially Chance's vocalizations just make this song so much fun. I legitimately, unironically love this song. Like, this is such a fun, enjoyable song. We Go High is a good song. It's one of the more... This album has a lot of, like, songs that are kind of serious, that kind of go in a serious direction. And this is one of those, and it's good. Lyrics are good, music is good. Not amazing, not fantastic, but definitely good. And then you have the song... then you have the first skit, which I actually think is pretty good. I mean, I shouldn't review an album based on the skits, but this thing's got 3 skits, so I might as well. It's a good skit. It's not a bad skit. I'll say that much. This album, one thing I really like about this album, but is occasionally its downfall and a major problem with the album, is its creativity in terms of the production. It's very ambitious. They're doing a lot of different things on the music. A lot of the songs have kind of a throwback vibe. A lot of them have a college dropout Kanye kind of feel. A lot of them kind of are experimental, and they're doing like weird stuff. And one of these is the title track for this album, which absolutely is cringe as frick. This is such a cringe song. It's extremely underwritten, and it just has this, like, freak out. Anthony Fantano talked about this in the review. I'm sure you're familiar with the review if you're watching this video. And what he says about the Death Grips-esque freak out is the most cringe thing ever. It makes the song terrible. What was Chance thinking? It's so bad. This is such a bad song. As someone who really likes musicals, like Broadway type, Hamilton, Dear Evan Hansen, all that kind of stuff, I can't help but love the song Let's Go on the Run. It's such a carefree fun. I was literally like listening to this song, like walking on the street, and I was like dancing on the street. Like it literally feels like like an outtake from La La Land. Definitely not the quality of La La Land, because that's like the best music ever. But you know, it's a couple steps down from that. But still, super fun, upbeat, careless song that I love. Handsome is kind of a more downbeat kind of rap song. And I look good, I look handsome. And I'm just jamming with this song, dude, the whole way. You want to feel cool, listen to Handsome. Big Fish is one of my favorite songs in the album, the one after Handsome. And, you know, I like the reference to the movie Big Fish because I'm kind of a Tim Burton fan, I could say. And I like the beat on this one. I like the more traditional kind of vibe of this, like traditional rap vibe of this. And, you know, it's a good song. I like this one. Ballin' Flossin' is a song featuring Shawn Mendes, and the name of the song is Ballin' Flossin'. I think that's all I have to say. What a horrible name for a song. How awful. Why would you reference flossing, Chance the Rapper? How could you do such a thing? Ballin' Flossin'. That is so cringe, bro. Why'd you be cringe? Besides that, I like this song. The chorus is a little bit, once again, too sugary sweet for me, but it's a fun song, minus the chorus. The next song is a skit. It's okay. It's not great. 5-Year Plan is one of the best songs on this album. The lyrics on this one are particularly good. Lyrically, easily one of the best songs on this album. Very, very good. Production is good. Very good Chance song. It's just good. It's just a good song. Get a Bag, surprisingly, one of these things this album, I can't really say is that this album is really forgettable, because the stuff on this, it's very experimental and weird and like all over the place and like cringe and dad raps, so it's like hard to be forgettable. But this song is instantly leaves my mind the second after I finish it. I literally don't know what I can tell you about it because I can't remember anything from this song. I just listened to it and I can't remember it. It's that forgettable. Also, 19 full-length songs on this album. Slide Around is one of those, like Handsome, it's a downbeat rap song with a simple beat, and I like it. I like the simplicity. I like just kind of jamming with it. You know, it's got Nicki Minaj, and she does like a good job. It's a good song. I like Slide Around. Sun Come Down is good. It's good. One of the more profound and serious songs on the album, and I just gotta say that it's good. When Anthony Fantano reviewed this album, on his best tracks, of course, he listed NA, not applicable, because he hates all of the songs. And on his worst tracks, he only listed one song, and it was this one, Found a Good One. This is once more one of those moments on the album that is just too sugary sweet and way too wholesome and upbeat, and it's like I can't even listen to it anymore, because I enjoyed it, once again, like the same with All Day Long the first couple times, but it's way worse than All Day Long, and I really just can't listen to this song. It's just not good because of how upbeat, sugary sweet the whole thing is. Next, you have Town on a Hill, which is really cool because it's like a non-song. Anthony Fantano mentioned this. It's very creative and interesting. It's a very original song because the music is virtually not there. It's like kind of this like airy, kind of really atmospheric kind of vibe, and basically just him singing. And you know, it's not the best, but it is very original and it is very interesting. So I like that. I like this song for that reason. It really stands out in the track list. In I would say a good way. Our House is the worst skit on the album. It's just not good. I don't like it. I will never listen to it again. Because it's a skit. Like, what? I don't care. Zannies and Fools, or Zanies, it's not Zannies, it's Zanies and Fools. Like, you're zany, you're weird. I've never heard someone use the word Zanies in the plural form. I've just heard it as an adjective, so that's really weird. Once more, points for originality and weirdness. Never seen that word used in a song title or ever. Zanies, never heard that. I've heard Zannies, I've never heard Zanies. It's a good song. It's a very ambitious finale, the most ambitious song on the album, as it is the longest song on the album. It's like over 5 minutes. You have like this choir stuff going on, some Kanye stuff going on, and Kanye influence, and it works. It's a good song. Yeah, it's good. Final thoughts on this album. First, I realized I skipped the song Rue. Rue is an epic song. This is one of the best songs on the album. It's right after the first skit, before the big day. It's a really cool song. It's like, the vibe of the song is really dark. The female guest verse is really good. Or she like opens the song in the intro and she does a really good job. Has a really eerie kind of, this song is like an eerie vibe that I love. And like the lyrics are about family and sticking together, brotherly bond, and it's a good song, a really good song. It's one of the best on the album. Anyway, final verdict for this album. The good definitely outweighs the bad. A few of these songs are downright unlistenable for me, and I never want to hear them again, which is pretty bad to have, but you know, there's so many songs in this album. It's more hits than misses. And a lot of these songs, more songs in this album are good than great. I think there are a few great tracks on this thing. Tracks like Do You Remember and Hot Shower. And actually, I don't know what I said about I Got You earlier. I might have said something negative about it. I Got You is a good song. I Got You is a really good song. And then you have Rue, and then Let's Go on the Run. Really like Big Fish. I like Ball and Floss in a good bit, despite the chorus. 5-Year Plan is really good. And the last song is pretty good. So, good outweighs the bad. Dad raps abound on this thing. I am going to deduct 1 point from this album, I would say, from my original score, because of how cringe and how, I mean, it really doesn't bother me that much, but the bars on this thing really are not good. The writing is really not good. A lot of the themes are good, and a lot of the topics of the songs are good, but the actual quality of the bars is really cringe and really cheesy, super cheesy, and really dumb, more often than not. Even so, I like this album a lot. I really do. But it's not great because of that. That's the main reason. The writing, like Anthony Fantano said, is pretty bad. Even so, I get a lot of enjoyment out of this album. A lot of enjoyment out of this album. I'm going to have to give it a light to decent 7. Yep, that's a 7. You heard me right, Fantano. I'm giving this thing a 7. Thanks for watching the video. This is a very positive score for this album, but this album is super polarizing. If you go to Metacritic, it has 11 positive reviews, and the positive reviews are very positive for the most part. Like, there's some extremely, one person gave it a perfect score, 2 gave it 90s, and then, like, there's a lot of really positive reviews for this album. 11 positive reviews, and then 10 mixed reviews, and the mixed reviews range all over the place from being like, you know, mixed usually means it's not good. That's a mixed review is a negative review, basically, on Metacritic. So, it's very polarizing album. Spectrum Pulse gave this album a 7, and Fantano gave it a 0, so just super polarizing. I happen to be on the positive side. I really do like Chance the Rapper. I think he's one of the best rappers of our time. Thank you for watching the video. Have a great rest of your day.